بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today we'll talk about enterprise assets management. So let's see the organizational level data. Now we have client, company code, and the plant. So these are the three main organizational data that we will be having in this topic. As you know, that client is the highest level element of all the organizational unit. We have the company code, and then we have plant. So just a reminder, if we have like two plants, both will be having a unique number in the same company code. But if we have a plant in another company code, that will also be unique in the client even. So it is not possible that one plant can have same name even if it is in another company code. So all the plants will be unique under the client. So this is just to remind. Now, if you see here, we have any plant that have equipment installed inside, and that equipment need the maintenance. That is what we call maintenance plant. A simple definition. And now, once we have an equipment installed, definitely we need the maintenance. And for that maintenance, we need to do some planning. So if we are planning for the maintenance in the same plant, then that plant is also known as maintenance planning plant. Why we call it maintenance planning plant? Because we are already doing the planning in the same plant. Now, it is also possible that we have a plant, and that plant does not do the planning, but it is a maintenance plant. So that is also possible. So in that case, we will assign that plant to another plant who has the planning arrangement. So that plant will be looked after by another plant, another maintenance planning plant. So that is the point that need to be clear here. Any question here, please? Now, if you see, we have like an example of three different plants. Plant 1200 is a maintenance plant and it needs a maintenance. But if you see, we don't have any planning here and we don't have any workshop. But if you look at the plant 1300, that is also a maintenance plant. It needs a maintenance requirement. The planning is not done here, but we do have the workshop that can do the maintenance. So it is possible that we have a plant. It does not have a maintenance workshop. It does not have the planning part. So, and another plant has the workshop to do the maintenance, but we don't have the planning. Now, if you see the third plant, that is plant 1000, it is a maintenance plant. Okay. It has a planning. It has the workshop as well as the warehouse that has the material. So this is a maintenance plant. This is also a maintenance planning plant where we do the planning maintenance measures. And this plant is also taking care of full responsibility for 1200 and the planning responsibility for the plant 1300. So because this plant has a workshop, so they can do their own maintenance, but the planning part is done at plant number 1000. So these are different kinds of ways that we can do the maintenance of plants. Now, we have technical objects, okay, in enterprise asset management. Now, what kind of technical objects we have? So we have like functional location, okay, that is treated as a technical object. We have equipment, okay, that equipment is also a technical object. And then we have a bill of material. That bill of material is also a technical object. So we have like three technical objects. Number one is functional location. Number two, equipment. Number three, a bill of material in enterprise assets management. So we have like three technical objects now. So functional location, if you see here, this could be a building. This could be you can say technical plant where the technical system is installed, or we have some kind of functional building or functional unit. Now, like if you see the first type, that is what we call spatial. So in spatial, for example, we have like building one, building two, and now the building one and building two definitely need the maintenance. For example, we have the classrooms in those two buildings, and in classrooms we have like projectors, we have smart boards, we have chairs, we have desks. So some of the maintenance is required. So we can say that, okay, this is our functional building, which is like type of spatial, yani building one, building two, and there we have some equipment that needs the maintenance. So we can define a functional location. That functional location has some objects or some equipment that needs maintenance, or that is installed in that building. You can say like that. Now, why we need to create a functional location in our SAP system? You know, if you want to maintain the record of maintenance, then you need to create a functional location. If you want to monitor the cost of maintenance for that particular buildings, you need to create a functional location. You want to see the effect of usage condition. You know, for example, we have projectors installed in our classrooms, and we want to see the effect of usage. You know, the condition of that equipment after the use, after using, like if you are using daily, if you are so definitely. What is the effect of that usage? You know, maybe we have a seminar room and we are using occasionally. What is the effect of that usage? So if we want to do the analysis of these kind of usage, then we need to create a functional location. So that is why, you know, we need a functional location. Now, functional location, when you create the records, master records for the functional location, you have to enter these four information. And by the way, these four, like general, location, and organization and structure, you may get a question in exam, you know, certification exam, that, okay, let us know about the functional location master records, what kind of, and maybe some of these things they may ask. Now, when we talk about the general information, actually it's the general information about that building, you know, about that object, whether it's a technical object, whether it's a spatial object, or, you know, or the third one is like, is a functional or technical or spatial, you know. So what kind of object is that? Then location, the address of the location. Organization. In this organization, you will be entering the organizational data. For example, the client is by default there, the company code, the cost centers, the plant, you know, the maintenance plant itself. So in that organization, we'll be entering that. Now, the structure is also very important. It is like a structure indicator. Before you create the functional master record, you need to have a structure of that. Now, we'll talk about that structure in the next slide. But think like that. You are having a college building, and the college building is of 2 stories. Now, every room has a number. So every room is structured. So this is ground level and the first level, and these are the labs, these are the classroom, these are the offices, this is the administration block. So that is what we call structure of that particular building. So now, if you see on the next slide, this is an example of structure indicator. You have like what you call it, the coding template. It has the letters and numbers and combination of letters and numbers. The maximum size of this could be 40 characters. So you can define this structure, and now you can and attach this structure to your functional location master records. So for this building, which we are using it as a spatial maybe. Oh, this is the structure indicator for that. Now, so we have like 3 types of object. If you remember, we talk about the functional location, the equipment, and the bill of material, for maintenance. So this was the first we talk about. Now we come to the equipment. Equipment, is like, is a physical object that needs to be maintained, that needs the maintenance as an autonomous unit. For example, you have like building, and building has like 5 pumps. They are pulling the water from the earth. So every pump is an autonomous unit, and that needs the maintenance, and that is what we call equipment. So you may have equipment like a vehicle. So we have like 3 or 5 vehicles. So every vehicle is an autonomous unit that needs the maintenance. So if you have these kind of things, then you need to create the equipment master records. And why we need to create the equipment master record? Same reason, same like a functional, like functional location master records. The same reason means if you want to see the, if you want to manage the data of that equipment object, if you want to see the breakdown, how much maintenance is required, if you want to monitor the cost, if you want to monitor the usage of that equipment, that is why you need to create equipment master records, so you can do these kind of analysis for long-term purposes. Now this is the equipment master records. Again, general data, general information about the equipment, location of the equipment, where it is located, organization. Again, you have to assign the company code, you have to assign the cost centers, such as maintenance planning plan number, etc. All these information will be stored in this one. And similarly, the structure is also there. So we have like, so this was the second technical object. First was the functional location, and second is the equipment. Now we have bill of material for the plant maintenance. Now remember, bill of material is, in this bill of material, we need, this is basically called maintenance bill of material. So in maintenance bill of material is different from the normal bill of material which we are using in the manufacturing. Because in manufacturing, we need everything. But in the maintenance, we don't need everything for the maintenance bill of material. For example, for manufacturing a car, you need the body. You need the seats, you need engine, you need, tires, you need axles. But in maintenance, you don't need the body, you don't need the, seats, uh, you don't need the engine, you need the engine oil, you need the air filter, you need gear oil. So those are few items which are required for the maintenance of that. So that is why maintenance bill of material is different from the regular bill of material that we used in the manufacturing. So you can use this maintenance bill of material for structuring the objects. If you see here, this is the tire assembly, and you can see that how all the each equipment is, is defined graphically, that you can. So you can structure the object by using this maintenance bill of material. You can plan the spare parts for the maintenance, okay, of the technical object. And you can, you can plan the spare parts in the orders and spare part. When you want to maintain the list of the spare parts, you can use this maintenance bill of material for this technical object. So this is the third technical object that we talked about. Now, maintenance bill of material, if you look on the next slide, this maintenance bill of material. First of all, why we need to create a maintenance bill of material? The aim of having a material bill of material or maintenance bill of material is to create one bill of material and assign this one bill of material to different equipments. For example, we have like 10 pumps or 10 motors machine. Now, all 10 motors machines are same. Their maintenance is same. So why we create 10 maintenance bill of material or 10 material bill of material? We can just create one, and then we can assign into every equipment. So this construction type field is available in your equipment master records. So what you do is you just assign this number into that construction type field. So that is how we are assigning one bill of material that we created to one equipment. And similarly, we can put the same number into another equipment, construction type field, another equipment. So one bill of material will be assigned to many objects that needs the maintenance. And this is the exam question, that how you are going to connect your material bill of material to the technical object, that is an equipment or with the help of construction type field.
Sir, one question. The manufacturing bill of materials is also part defined within the construction type field, or is it separately?
This is no. This is maintenance bill of material and required for the maintenance. Now, okay, as I mentioned before, maintenance, you don't need the complete bill of material. You don't need the body of the car. You don't need the window glasses. You don't need seats. You don't need the engine. What you need, maybe for the maintenance, you need the oil change. You need the air filter change or oil filter change. These are the things that you need to brake pads or disc brakes. These are the things which you are changing. So for that equipment, for example, this is a car, this is a vehicle. So for this vehicle, we need like 3-4 items that need to be. But manufacturing of that item, we need like maybe thousands of material. So that is different. This is this maintenance bill of material, or you can say material bill of material, is different from the original bill of material that we can use.
Sir,
yeah.
Yes, sir, I got that point. My only question was, so this particular field is only available in the asset management module, I think.
In the enterprise asset management, where and in the equipment master records, sir?
Okay.
Because that is the equipment that we need to maintain, or if there is a building, the building that we need to maintain. If you see in the previous screens, if you see in the previous screens, here we are having like, where I have something. If you see, we are creating the master records for the functional location. We are creating master records for the equipment. In these master records, we have a field that is what we call construction type. So, for example, for this building, this building for sure needs the maintenance. So we will have a maintenance bill of material for this building. And definitely this will have one field that is what we call construction type. So we will assign that bill of material to that construction type. And similarly for this equipment, we will have a field construction type in this master record. And then we will link the bill of material that needs for the maintenance of this equipment into the construction type field. So this construction type field is very important from the exam point of view. So this was like 3 technical objects that we talk about. And now we'll see how we can integrate enterprise asset management and fixed assets accounting. Now, fixed assets accounting and enterprise assets management. Now, in enterprise assets management, we have the assets master records, okay? And we have the equipment master records. Now, when you create the assets master records in the asset accounting, for example, then you have to create the equipment master record as well. And then you have to make a manual link. But now what is happening is, as soon as you create the asset master records, system automatically create the equipment master records, or vice versa. If you create the equipment master record, system can create asset master records automatically. So this is the new change that we have in our new SAP system. But previous method of assigning equipment to an asset is also available. So you can assign the equipment to a particular asset master record. The previous functionality is still available. Now we'll talk about how to create the maintenance notification. Now, give me 1 second, please. Okay, now we are talking about corrective maintenance process. So how the corrective maintenance process will work. So steps are, first of all, we will create the notification. This is the first step that we need to. So after creating notification, we will do the planning. Now, in the planning part, we will try to get the resources, try to get the tools available or tool required for that maintenance. It could be a crane, it could be, screwdrivers, measuring tape. So all those, so we'll be doing the planning for the maintenance. Then we will have some controls, in the control phase, the system will check for the availability of the material, the capacity planning, whether the human resource are available, the machine required for the maintenance is available or not. And then we will do the execution. So when we do the execution of that particular maintenance order, we can withdraw the material which is required for maintenance. Even we can withdraw the material that is planned, and also we can withdraw the material that is not planned. So unplanned and planned material can be withdrawn. Sometimes maintenance needs oil filter, but when we start checking the car, we realize that air condition filter is also required. So air condition was not planned. Air condition filter was not planned. So we can get the unplanned material as well against that particular. And then we will have the completion. So completion has like different stages, so we can do the time confirmation, and we can do some technical confirmation, and some settlements. And so we have different types of, we'll talk about that in the next slides. So these are the corrective maintenance tasks: notification, planning, control, execution, completion. I'm wondering that maybe they can ask in the exam, about these 5 steps. So what are the corrective, maintenance process steps? So let's see the notification. Notification has the header. Header has the common information, which is for the whole maintenance order, any date and time, the description of the maintenance, which maintenance objects needs the maintenance. Notification is for functional location or equipment or assembly or material with serial numbers. This material with serial number is interesting part. We have like 10 pumps. So instead of 10 pumps, like pump number 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the serial numbers for that particular material. Notification item will have the damage location, or any damage or cause of damage will be written in the notification. And then we have like activities. So activities like that is the work performed for that particular notification. These are the activities, or you can say that activity report. You can say that once the job is done, then you write the activity report. And then we have tasks. Tasks are the activities that are pending, that are not yet performed. So we have like 4 different parts of this notification. One is a notification that is valid for all that information is valid for the whole maintenance order. Then we have notification item, then activities. Activities are the work performed. And then task. Tasks are the list of pending tasks that we have not performed. Now, so these are the objects that we can create maintenance order for. So functional location, yes, you can create the maintenance order. Equipment, yes, you can create the maintenance order. Any assembly, you can create the maintenance order for that. Or material with serial number, you can also create the maintenance order. Another thing is, even if you are not specifying these objects, you can still create the maintenance order, or without specifying any object, and that you can specify later on. This exam question, guys, so you have to be careful on that slide. Now, creating the maintenance order, you can create the maintenance notification first, and then you can create the maintenance order. It is also possible that you can create many notifications, and then you can create one maintenance order for those maintenance notification. Notification is like, maybe we have a maintenance department and we just make a phone call that my air condition is not working. At the same time, my neighbor also made a phone call that air condition is not working. And then another neighbor also called that, okay, the air condition is not working. So they will create like 3 notifications. And then from these 3 notifications, they can create one maintenance order. And the same guy who is coming here for one AC, then he can fix another AC, and then he can fix another AC. So multiple notification can be converted into one maintenance order. It is also possible that we can create the maintenance order first, and then later on we can create the notification, because it was an emergency. So we don't need to waste the time for creating the maintenance notification, and then we can also generate maintenance order automatically from the maintenance plant. So our maintenance plan, we might be having like maintenance plan for every Sunday, third Sunday or second Sunday we have plans. So the system will automatically generate that maintenance order based on the maintenance plan. Now, what we can have on the maintenance order, we can have the order header. What type of order is that? We can have the object list. Object list mean, is it equipment required the maintenance or functional location required the maintenance? Operations, in the operation we mentioned that who will perform the task or any task guideline that we will specify in the operation. Any material list, that we'll get from the bill of material for the maintenance. Any production resource tool, maybe we need a crane or measuring tapes, or so we'll provide them for that operations. Then we will have a settlement rule. Settlement rule means who will bear the cost, who will pay the price of this maintenance. So if I made a phone call for fixing of my AC, then settlement rule will be against me, then I have to pay the fees. And then at the end, we have like cost. So that is the cost view. What was the estimated cost, the planned cost, what are the actual cost, and then, we can see the variance of that. So this is what we have for the maintenance order. These are the items that we need to have on the maintenance order. Now, maintenance notification can be converted into one order. Maintenance order can contain more than one object. So as I mentioned, we have one maintenance order that contains like more than one object. 2 equipments, 2 air condition, 3 air condition that need to be fixed, or 3 functional locations that need to be checked, or 3 assemblies need to be checked. So one maintenance order can have multiple equipments, multiple functional locations, or multiple objects that needs the maintenance. Now, let's see about maintenance activities. Now, if you're doing the maintenance activities and the stock material is available in the company, so then what will happen when you create the maintenance order? That stock will be automatically checked and reserved. So that material, that stock which is required for the maintenance will be reserved when you make the availability check. And this availability check is automatically performed. Then you have to release the order. Like same as when you create the production order, you need to release the production order to start the production. Similarly, you create the maintenance order and now you have to release the maintenance order to start the maintenance. You can even release the order even if the material is not available. Okay, so maybe we can have a local purchase, we can do the local purchase, and then we can fix the material. So it is possible, even if we don't have the stock, we can still release the maintenance order. Planned goods, we can withdraw from the reservation. Unplanned goods, we can withdraw for this purchase, for this maintenance order. And then Once the job is done, we can say the job is technically complete. Okay, remember, the job is technically complete. So the guy came to fix my AC, he fixed, and job is technically complete. But not the final completion. So now we have a process when we don't have the stock material. So we will create the maintenance order. Now system will make the availability check. If material is not available, then it will create the purchase order. Once it will create the purchase order, then we will make a good receipts. And this good receipts will directly go to that maintenance order. We will not keep this material into our stock. No, it will directly assign to that maintenance order. And we'll do the job. The job is technically complete, and then we'll work on the invoice. And that invoice will be posted against this maintenance order. So, for example, the air conditioned plant was fixed, the material was purchased, and now that maintenance, that invoice will be posted against that maintenance order. And since Tariq Aziz, he called the maintenance guy, so he will bear the cost. Now, when we go for the non-stock material, the material that is not available, then we can, use the external catalog, or we can use the Amazon, and we can use the internet catalog to buy the material, So we can use that. Now, we created the maintenance order. The next step is to release the maintenance order. Now, when you release the maintenance order, what will be the effect of that? The first effect is you can withdraw the material which you have reserved. Which you have reserved means that we are talking about the stock material. If there is no stock material, then it will create the purchase order, and then you can get the material against that purchase order, against that maintenance order. You can print the shop paper because the workshop needs to do some job. So we have to print a special paper for that particular shop. We can enter the time confirmation. When the job is done, we can enter the time confirmation that, okay, this job is done at this time. We can book the good receipts. If we have a purchase order and we receive the goods, so we can register those receipts against this. And then we can enter the task completion status, that the task is complete. So this is possible only once we release the order. Once you release the order, you can withdraw the material, planned material withdrawal, or unplanned material withdrawal. That is also possible against that maintenance order. And that is only when you release that maintenance order. Now, when you complete the job, you can confirm the time required for that maintenance order. The time required for working on that maintenance order. You can enter the individual entry of each operation. So, for example, you have a request for fixing 3 different ACs. So once you are done with the AC number 1, then you can enter the individual time entry. Okay, I finished this task at this time. And then you can go to the other job, and then you can fix the second AC, and then you can enter the time of that, operation, how much time it took. And then you go for the third AC, and then you can. Or you can enter the collective entry. That is also possible. From that operation list that, okay, I have completed this task in this much time. Then you can also enter the overall completion confirmation. That is also possible. You can also enter the timesheet using the, this is what we call cross application timesheet, CATS. So you can do these kind of, order confirmation or time activities. You can register or you can record. Now, when you go for this is like an individual, mostly you can do that. Now, if you are talking about the overall completion confirmation, then you can record the time and you can record the material and any measuring things. If I take my car to the maintenance, first of all, they record the odometer, how much mileage you have on your car, what kind of maintenance is required for your car. So they do like that. So this is an overall completion. You can enter all the tasks on one screen. Now, completing a maintenance order. So you have a maintenance order, and we'll go with the technical completion. Huh? So you can complete the maintenance order and notification separately. Your maintenance order is done, you can separately complete, set the status complete to that maintenance order, and you can set the notification status complete. So you can do it separately. You can also complete the notification and the maintenance order together. Set the status complete. But remember, to complete the orders and the notification together, the notification must not have any outstanding task. If there is any outstanding task, then you cannot set the status to complete. And we have the code is OSTS for outstanding task, OSTS. If you see this notification on the screen, OSTS means no, you cannot complete maintenance order or maintenance notification at the same time. Maybe my maintenance order is complete, but some of the task is still not completed. So the status will be OSTS. Now, if you made the technical completion, so when you say technical completion, you set the status to TECO, technically completed. So means that order is technically completed. If you have not maintained the settlement rule, the system will create the settlement rule. If some information is missing, then the system will automatically take you to that screen to enter the required parameters. If you have any purchase order that is not consumed, those will be deleted. Those will not be deleted, rather flag will be set for the deletion. And if there is any reservation that you have reserved the material, if it is open, it will be closed. And if there is any capacity that is open, for example, you reserve one human being, one labor, it will be closed. If you have reserved one, machine shop, that will be closed. Why? Because job is technically complete. Now, most of the time it happens, we complete the job, and as soon as the mechanic or the plumber or other person he leaves, the problem again come back. And especially when we are fixing the water tap, the task is done and no leakage and everything. The guy went home, we turn on the tap and we try to close and it never closed. So in that case, the task is not completed. So what they have to do, they have to undo the task. They have to undo the technically completed. So we have to cancel the technically completed. Now, what will be the impact of canceling the technically completed or reverse the status of technically completed, TECO. The maintenance order is given the status before the technical completion. Means if we have any purchase requisition that we have set for deletion, no, it will be undeleted. The flags will be turned off. If there is any reservation of the material that we closed, this reservation will be again back on our list. If there is any capacity that we closed, that capacity will be turned on back. It will be open again. So this is like undo of technically completed. Now, so before we do the maintenance notification, before we complete the maintenance notification, we have to be very careful. We have to make sure that all data is available and it is correct. There is no outstanding task. Okay, once you do the completion of, set the status of complete for the notification, you cannot change the notification back. Okay, and then you will get the status notification complete, NOCO, NOCO, or notification complete. Once the notification is complete, now you can, if you want to display, you can display the all documents related to that maintenance order. This is just like a document flow of sales and distribution system, that you can enter the purchase order, and then it will show you the all purchase requisition and quotation and order and delivery document, picking, packing, and invoices, and all the documents. So in this case, when you create them, when you display the maintenance order document flow, you will see the notification, you will see the maintenance order, you will see the completion notification or confirmation, goods movement, purchase requisition, purchase orders. So you will see all list of documents that are related to that particular maintenance order. You can also find out who changed and what was changed and when it was changed. But for that matter, you have to activate the creation of changes document. This function you have to activate. Creation of change documents. Now, if you see here, now we are coming to the business completion, guys. This is the last very important exam question as well. So they may ask you a question that, okay, the task, when the job is over, done, when the job will be done, when it is technically completed or business completion. The answer is business completion. When it is like business completion, then it means the job is done. There is nothing outstanding. The job is closed. The maintenance order is closed. The notification is closed. So everything is done. So if you see here, the steps are, we have to create the maintenance order. Then we have to plan the maintenance order. We have to execute the maintenance order. The actual cost will be recorded here. Any invoice receipts, we have to do the settlement, settlement, who will pay the cost, and then business completion. So business completion means closing of maintenance order. So the status will be changed to CLSD, closed. Now, once the job is business completion is done, now you can do some cost analysis on the maintenance orders, and you can display the maintenance view. This is the maintenance view. What are the or this is the controlling view. Through the cost elements. All the cost elements are recorded here, displayed here. So you can display the reports like that. And now we have the last slide, I think. So this is the settlement. before we are going for the final, before the business completion. So you can use the maintenance order to plan, execute the maintenance work. Now, all the initial cost will be recorded on the maintenance order. Any external services you purchased, that will be also posted to that maintenance order. Now, when you do the order settlement, then the cost of this will be zero because somebody paid the cost, so the balance of this maintenance order becomes zero. Example, when we take our car for the maintenance, so any item they used for our car, they keep on recording on the maintenance order. So all the prices will be recorded on the maintenance order. And once the job is done, they will show the maintenance order to us and we have to pay the bill. And then the balance of that maintenance order will become zero. And then we can take the car out of our business. So that is the end of today's lecture. Any question at this point, please feel free to ask me.